we have been kids before, and now we all have grown up to be good boys or good girls, and something has changed in our life, right? I'm not going anything too much philosophical. I'm just talking in very simple terms. What have you all gained in all these years that you have lived? Just one word summary of what you all have gained all these years. It's pretty simple. Nothing, I'm not going anything fancy here.
Understanding.
That's pretty close. That's very close.
Experience.
That's the right word, Vadanama. It's actually, yes, it is. Experience is what, we all have gained. If you see a small boy, let's say he never saw a fire, and he thinks it's more like a play tool, and he want to try it, hold it, and it burns his finger. So he right away knows it's going to hurt him. And that's an experience. So next time he doesn't repeat that same mistake, isn't it? That's called experience in a little more, layman terms. But what is more challenging here, especially all of you who have been here for the spiritual progress, is the Maya has what is called as a negative pulling force. That's its inherent nature. If you all see, we discussed about the Kashmir Shaivism, where the Parashiva and then Maya encapsulates the Shiva and binds within the 5 elements, right? So similarly, its natural tendency is to pull us towards negativity. The remembrance, which is a byproduct of experience, that I've been there, I've done that, and I know what it is to be. If I like it, I want to continue on that. If I don't like it, I want to pursue something else, right? This is called remembrance. But unfortunately, the Maya has this tendency called gravity, if you will, in a more scientific terms, that pulls us, because of its nature, inherent nature, to lead us towards the negativity, which kind of, let's say, someone, they try to make a business, let's example, and maybe, let's say, he did not succeed. And it's very easy for a lot of people to fall back on a more easier path, says, okay, I'm done. There's no way I can do anymore, and I'd rather just go back to my 9-to-5 job, or maybe something in that lines, right? And it's this very natural tendency for humans to go in that path. That's called negativity. It's gonna be this very easy, because you've been there, you know what it is to be a lesser of you. It doesn't take much effort. And there are very, very few people who think, no, this is just I just learned some lesson out of this. So I want to gain and try a different venue, a little bit more wiser way. So very few people go to that path. And unfortunately, this is the nature of Maya. It doesn't stop even there. It even goes to further. For example, let's say you get up in the morning and you want to do sadhana, and its natural tendency for anyone is to say, okay, today I'm going to have a very busy day, a long day. I'm going to continue with my regular work, and maybe I'll come back from work and I'll do my sadhana. You come back from work, and then you know what's going to happen. You get tired, and then you have a family, and so other things can take over. Then it's going to skip on to next day, right? Some of you, I won't say most of you. And then other wise people, they say that, I've been here, I've been done that. I know what it is to be, skipping this day. If I lose my initial, this half an hour to 1 hour, the whole day is going to take over me. So this is my only time I have. There's a very few people, choose that path. And so they are the wiser ones, because they have seen the experience before. They have learned something that, they did this mistake earlier. They won't repeat this mistake. Right? That's where an ignorant person versus a wise person. And a wise person only needs one experience. They don't have to repeat. They don't put their finger in the fire every time, because they know that the outcome is not good. Sages or saints, they know every detail of their life. They can recall even past lives too, because that's the power of the sadhana or spirituality, is that it refines your intellect to the extent that you are the best person of you, and you learn from your life very fast. You're not like those who want to repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again. And other interesting aspect of Maya the same line is that it's very easy for us to remember an experience if it's more negative rather than positive, unfortunately. Let's say someone hurt you, maybe so they inflict some pain on you for whatever reason, maybe some emotionally they may have hurt you. A lot of people, it's a fallback on option of taking revenge. They just wait for opportunity to arise where they want to strike back. They inflict pain even maybe more with interest. But at the same time, if you get some help from another person, the gratitude, people don't remember so much. They say thank you, thanks a lot, and that's all about it. They just forget about it right there. See, that's an experience, but that negative is going to drag you further. It's going to put you back into the karma cycle. But the positive, which is that gratitude and the kind of compassion or love, that doesn't last too long. Let me give another example. In India, it's called Smashana Vairagya. And a lot of people, we all have a lot of dear relations, kith and kin and friends, right? They all have to pass one day. There's nothing to stop it. So some people pass on early, and we really get a shock. And we go to Smashana, which is a burial ground, and we see that, and people feel that very intense detachment they feel because they had so much love towards their past, whoever that is, departed. They feel, what is this life? What shall I do? And they get this detachment. But unfortunately, it doesn't last long. The moment they go back to home, they again come back to the regular life. That's called Smashana Vairagya. Vairagya means intense attachment. But Smashana Vairagya means that happens only in Smashana. Moment you leave the premises, you're back to normal life. So that is the power of Maya. And also, why our ancestors in India, they're quite wise. They also say that they don't let any kids go to the smashana, to the burial ground, because they know that if the kids see that, because the kids have very pure intellect, it's not yet conditioned by the world. It's so very pristine and very pure. And these kind of imprints will last long. That's why they don't take the kids to the smashana. There's a lot of examples of saints as a kid, and they've gone to smashana and they just stayed there and do sadhana because they lost someone. But they're okay to let the elders go, because they know elder people already have a lot of thoughts, a lot of attachments. It doesn't matter what they see, they're going to come back to the normal life. That is the power of Maya here. There is a nice saying by Kabir. I don't remember the doha right now. He says that milkman, he has to go to every door to deliver his milk. But a shop, alcohol, wine shop, it's only one or two in a village, and the people run to go there. That's the difference between good and bad. The Maya is very easy. It's going to lead you, pull you towards that, that what you call as that negative emotions, negative reactions. That's the reason why we do sadhana. There is a very nice saying in Sanskritam, Esham na vidya, na tapo, na dhanam, gnanam na shilam, na guno na dharmaha, te martya loke bhuvi bhara bhuta, manushya rupena mrugascharanti. It's a very nice shubhashitam. Shubhashitam means a very nice saying, a wise saying. It says, Esha means they who doesn't have Vidya and knowledge or regular knowledge of the world, or na tapo, who doesn't do sadhana. Tapo means tapas. Tapas means that basically going to take you beyond, right? And na dhanam, who doesn't donate or who doesn't do some charity, or gnanam, who doesn't have a wisdom. Wisdom is different and knowledge is different. If some of you may know that, is that the wisdom is a very more wiser. You learn from that knowledge and you make it a part of your intellect or psyche. You don't repeat that. That's wisdom, which is better than knowledge. And then back to the sloka, Nashilam. Nashilam means it's integrity of your nature, your personality. You don't compromise. You be on the straight, dharmic way. It says na guno. He doesn't have any virtues. Na dharmaha, he doesn't follow the righteous path. So these people, they martya loke, means these people, the martya loke means the earth. Bhuloka, Another name of it is the Martyaloka, which means it's a place where death is eventual. You cannot stop the death. Unlike the Swarga or any other worlds, right? That's a characteristic nature of the Bhuloka. Every creature, animate or inanimate, has to die one day. So, Mattaloke Bhuvi Bharabhuta means this Bhuvi, the earth, that person who doesn't have any of these qualities, they are just only adding more weight to the earth. The last line says, Manushya Rupena. These people are in the form of humans, but Mrugascharanti. They are roaming as an animal. Because all above what I just described, all the qualities of the 8 of the qualities, which is the Vidya, Tapo, Dhanam, Gnanam, and the Shilam, Guno, Dharma, all the 7 attributes, you cannot find them in an animal. Only humans can develop them. So these will develop only when someone does more sadhana, and it doesn't only enrich your personality, but it also reminds you about the presence of the God. And the sadhana is the best gratitude, or the best way to show gratitude upon your own self. You don't have to do sadhana for world peace, anything like that. That's fine. That comes later on. But the main purpose of sadhana is to acknowledge that you are wise enough to know what is real and what is unreal. Draw the line, and you know where to stop it and where to give importance. That's what defines a wiser person, and who has gnana, not only vidya.